Let's try to pull up the BLS International chart and see as to how that's doing in trade today. Well, off from its, of course, day's low point, but still trading around 10.5% lower. And this is because Ministry of External Affairs has debarred the company from future tenders for Indian mission for the next 2 years. And, to understand as to what this means for the company, we're joined by Shikhar Aggarwal, who's the Joint Managing Director at BLS International, joining us now. Shikhar, hi, a very good afternoon to you. Just want to understand as to, what exactly has led to this decision of MEA? What was the nature of these complaints that have taken place?
Hi. So, as you know, we've been working with the MEA from the year 2009. We currently work in 40 plus countries and working with 70 plus countries and working with more than 40 client governments. If you see, our revenue in the first quarter was 710 crores and our EBITDA was 180 crores. Out of this, the revenue from MEA came to 12% and our EBITDA was around 8 to 9%. So, there has been some procedural issues, some consumer complaints, etc. On the basis of this, we got this letter from MEA. So we are working with concerned officials to resolve this matter. All our revenue profitability remains intact. Most of our contracts with MEA are from 2 to 5 years. So, we are working to actively resolve this issue.
But Shikhar, what is the nature of this complaint is what we are trying to understand here. We understand that, there have been complaints received by you which are procedural in nature. But what are these complaints? Can you give us a perspective as to what is the problem here? And secondly, was this ever before also disclosed to your shareholders that these kind of complaints have been received earlier?
See, we are also trying to analyze what it is. We have just received the letter. As soon as we received it, we announced it to the exchanges as a matter of good corporate governance. And we have been working with multiple governments, from 2009. We are working in 70 countries with more than 40 client governments where we process millions of applications every year. And so that is what we are doing. So as in when we received the letter, we announced it to the exchanges. And as I said, we are working with the authorities to actively resolve the issue. Our revenue remains intact. Most of the contracts, it contributed only 12% of our revenue and 8 to 9% of our EBITDA. And, this is intact. Most of the contracts are valid for 2 to 5 years. And we are actively working towards resolving this issue. Whatever growth trajectory, we had maintained, whatever numbers we have achieved in the first quarter, our objective is to maintain
Mr.
those numbers.
Aggarwal, just on that, while we understand the outlook for that, we will not see an impact in terms of where the near term is concerned, but still just want to understand what has particularly led to this decision, the kind of complaints that we are looking at. So just a bit more clarity so even investors get a sense as to what is exactly happening, why this department is what we are looking at.
See, we just got this letter, and as soon as we got it, we informed the exchanges. So we are also trying to analyze what it is and actively trying to work with the government. It's only Monday today that we are trying to work with the MEA to resolve this issue. I think there were consumer complaints, etc. That is it. So this is what we have already declared. This is what we have received. And we are working actively to talk to the authorities and resolve this issue. And it does not impact our current or future revenue. And we are confident of resolving this matter. And as we said, we have recently won a big contract from even UIDI. Those revenues should start coming.
So just want to understand, were these issues ever flagged off in maybe your conference call or maybe in your presentations or somewhere in the footnotes as well, or never?
See, when we are dealing with millions of applications every year, we continue to receive some user complaints, even if you see, when you're processing so many applications around the world. So there could be some human element in somewhere or the other in the world. So that continues to happen on an ongoing basis. It is the nature of this business. So this, it's a procedural thing that happens across the spectrum. So I think we are continuing to work on resolving this matter, and we are confident we will resolve it. And we continue to remain confident on our growth trajectory. As we have said, we have recently won a contract with UIDI as well. Those revenues will start coming in. We are supposed to deploy the business from December onwards. So right now the contribution from this business is 12%.
Aggarwal, yeah, I know, I understand about these updates that we are seeing, but just on that, I also want to talk about the missed opportunity. Now that you cannot bid for these period of 2 years, what was the size that we were looking at in terms of these new order inflows which were in place? So now with this not being there, does that tweak your FY27 guidance? While we do not see an impact in terms of where the FY26 guidance is concerned, but 12% of your mix is what the current contribution is there. So just want to get clarity on the kind of missed opportunity that we are looking at.
Sure. So first of all, this does not affect our 12% revenue or even 8 or 8 to 9% EBITDA. As we have said, our existing contracts continue to remain valid. Right now, we are not aware any tenders that are going to come out, but we are actively working towards solving this, and we are confident that we will solve this ASAP within the next few months. So I don't see any missed opportunity. I feel that we will definitely win more tenders globally in the future, and even after we resolve this issue, whatever comes out in the future, we will actively work on it.
What you're trying to say here is that this order could get reversed in the near future. Is that reading correct?
Correct. I'm saying that we are actively working to resolve this matter. This is what I've said.
Okay, just one more follow-up on that. Are you expecting any similar scrutiny with regards to other countries where you operate in?
See, we are scrutinized every day by every government that we work for. So every day, we have to manage all the SLAs. So these contracts, you have to work effectively every day. So there are regular audits by every government. So we are under constant scrutiny. So this is not a one-day thing. So definitely, we are scrutinized every day by each government that we work for.
Right, so that's in regards with what the current order is. But I just want to get the overall picture in terms of what the outlook is. In the first quarter, we've already seen issues related to the H1B impact, also in terms of what's happening on the international side as well. Now, with this, in context with this, does that not create a hindrance in terms of where the positive sentiment is concerned for the investors? So just want to get your perspective. What's the kind of guidance that you are aiming for FY26, and if we can get clarity for FY27 as well?
See, if you see first quarter, we have in fact grown 50% on an EBITDA basis. So I don't know what kind of impact you're talking about. And, our objective is to maintain the numbers that we have achieved. As I said, we are the only Indian company globally in this business, and there are a lot of opportunities with various governments that we're actively bidding for. We have also recently won a big contract with the UIDI, which is a 2,000 crore contract that we are working to deploy in the next few months. So those revenue and profitability will also come. And then there are new tenders that we're bidding for. We're also looking at acquisitions in different geographies. Last year itself, we did 1,200 crore worth of acquisitions. And, we again have 1,400 crores of cash on the books. So we're looking at more acquisitions as well.
Right.
So we are very confident. We have developed the company from 2009. We have reached this level. We are in 70 countries now. So we are confident on the growth of the company.
Right. So, Shikhar, I'm sure that all that will happen, and I wish you the best for that. But just want to understand, because this debarment has come in from the MEA itself, do you think that this will affect your ongoing, not the ongoing contracts? You've already clarified on that, but on the private side of things, do you think that for future contracts, will this impact your order inflow in any sorts? Because you might be already getting calls from your clients, asking for clarification. Just want to understand that part.
I think all our client governments are mature enough to understand how this business works. We are actively engaging with all the client governments. And as I said, we are actively working to resolve this issue also. And going forward, all the new contracts that we are eyeing for, I'm pretty sure that we can win a sizable market share and continue to grow the company.
Okay, Shikhar, thank you so much for giving us that clarification, of course, taking out the time and speaking with us at NDTV Profit. Prashant, I'll quickly come to you on this one. I mean, the stock, of course, has nosedived in trade today. Even BLS e-services, if you can try to pull that up, is seeing the kind of hit on the counter. Just want to understand, with regards to the entire development, how do you see this impacting the company? And do you think that this could be a possible area where this could be resolved going forward? And if somebody who's already holding BLS International in their portfolio, how should one take a decision right now?
I think yes, such kind of debarment, department of raising concerns in the investors community, that will keep on raising a lot of questions to the management going forward. I think it's a short-term issue. As per the management is very confident to resolve these kind of issues. But again, the order is for next 2 years, so there will be some kind of pressure for next 2 years visibility in terms of their order book. So that will be getting adjusted to the stock EPS as well as the profitability. Overall, as per the management, it says 12% of the top line and 8% of the EBITDA can be impacted. So that will be clearly a short-term impact, which I am going to assess on this point of time. But if the management is very confident to resolve this and get this debarment reversed, so that will be a great news for the investor. But time being, yes, the concerns will be rising, and the coming quarters will be wait and watch.